Hare Krishna. So I would like to welcome all of you for our today's Sunday Fish program. We are having this program running since last 3 years now, and every Sunday we have program at this location in Eindhoven. So earlier we started at Ravi Prabhu's house, and now by Krishna's mercy we have received this hall where now this is the address now for uh, our daily satsang program. Any one of you have come for the first time here? Oh, nice. So nice to see new people. So we will, before starting with our discussions on spiritual topic, first we will sing Jai Radha Madhav prayers. So this is our tribute to the Supreme Lord and His Supreme Divine Energy, Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So the lyrics are very simple. So I will sing the first stanza and you all can repeat it after me. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन नंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन नंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन नंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone please chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath, Sri Radhe. Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath, Sri Radhe. Jayo Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Radhe. Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Radhe. Jayo Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Sri Radhe. Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Sri Radhe. Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jayo Vrindavana Dham. Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jayo Vrindavana Dham. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jayo Jayo Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. कली युग पावन युग धर्म श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ भगवान की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So before starting with our today's discussion, let us offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord and also towards the vast Maharshi, by whose mercy we have received this spiritual literature. Because if there would not have been Vasudev, we would not have been here discussing about uh, the spiritual topics. Because the original commentator of the Vedas is Vyas Maharshi. So let us offer our gratitude towards him, and whatever we will discuss today, it's not just a information, but let's try to assimilate that knowledge within our heart, and may all of us together, may we progress in the journey of our spiritual path. So I would request everyone to close your eyes and very sincerely please try to recite these prayers. So as we did earlier, I will sing the first stanza and then you all can repeat it after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो पंकजनाभाय नमो पंकजमालिने नमो पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I would like to welcome once again all of you for coming to our Sunday Fish program. So we had a series of guests in last span of 3 months. We had very exalted devotees like His Holiness Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj. He came. Also, I keep I lost. I was not able to keep track because there are so many devotees. They have come here, and we all were very fortunate to listen from them, listen from their experiences. So today we are going to discuss a very special and very rare katha from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is also called as Vedanta Sutra. So when you say sutra, so that means a condensed form. So like in mathematics, we used to remember the formulas, right? And if you know the formulas, then no matter what values of parameters are there, you can just substitute that in the formula and then you will get the answer, right? So the entire Vedic literatures, Vyas Maharshi, he was he has created different Puranas. He wrote 18 Puranas. Then also there was one Ved, but Vyasdev is the one who that was the main one of the main contribution of Vyasdev, that he divided the Vedas into four parts. So that's why the Vedas as a whole he did Vyas. So in the circle we know the diameter. So in the diameter called in Sanskrit as Vyas. So that's why he is known as a Vyasa, because he did the Vyas of the Vedas. So even after composing all the literatures, uh, different Puranas, Vishnu Puran, Shiva Puran, Garud Puran, even after writing so much of literature exclusively with one purpose of helping the conditioned souls like all of us, still he was not very satisfied in his heart. And then he was meditating on that. He was not getting that happiness, that satisfaction, that contentment in his heart. And at that time, who came? Narada Muni. So Narada Muni is Guru, the spiritual master of Vyas Maharshi. So one of the most significant, one of the most exalted devotees, their Guru is Narad Muni. So Narad Muni is extremely exalted personality. We somehow in the TV serials, especially in India, the Narad Muni is not depicted in a very good manner, but he is extremely exalted. Just look at his disciples. Like he has a disciple like Vyasdev, then Prahlad Maharaj, then Dhruva, right? And so many Ambarish Maharaj, so many Chitraketu Maharaj. So most of the exalted devotees, they are disciple of Narad Muni. So then Narad Muni first he chastises Vyasdev that you have created all these different Upanishads, different Puranas, Itihasas, all these commentaries you have done, but that has actually confused people, because you have not sufficiently described the glory of pure devotional service and the glories of Nama, Rup, Guna and Leela of Lord Krishna, who is Purna Purushottam Bhagavan, who is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because you have not glorified Krishna sufficiently in your literatures, in your the Shastras which you have written, that's why you have not received that. That's why you are not fulfilling that satisfaction. So then Vyas Maharshi then got the inspiration, and then he wrote this Srimad Bhagavatam. So this Srimad Bhagavatam is the condensed version of all the Vedic literature. So that's why, and this the audience of Srimad Bhagavatam are also very special. So it is not mean for people who are just looking for uh, dharma, artha, kam, and moksha. So so in the preface only, Vyasdev mentions that dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam. That this Srimad Bhagavatam is for whom? So it is for the people who are non-envious, who do not have any envy in their heart. So this Srimad Bhagavatam is for Paramhansa. It is also called as Paramhansa Samhita. So it is for the exalted beings. But what to do now? Currently, our situation is not that. We are not Paramhansa. We are uh, the sadhakas struggling with our anarthas, right? But then during our Premadhani prayers, we recited Mangalacharan prayers that Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So, what will happen? Why we all come here every Sunday? It is not that we don't have any other work. Let's have some social gathering. Let's meet few people. Let's have food together and then hear something and just go home. That's not the purpose. What we are getting here is something extremely valuable. So, when we hear about Srimad Bhagavatam, which is non-different from Krishna. So, Krishna is Swadhama Pago Gatoyo. So, from this Srimad Bhagavatam literature, Grantha is not different from Krishna. The Supreme Lord is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Basically, it's the same. So when we hear about Srimad Bhagavatam, then what happened? Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu. So all the abhadras, all the anarthas which are there in our heart, like lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, illusion. So all these unwanted desires, they will go away. Nityam, but when they will go away, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. That when we regularly hear about the Srimad Bhagavatam. And then what will happen? Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashti. The devotional service, the devotion for the Supreme Lord will manifest within our heart. So that's the advantage of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasdevji, he so basically the Srimad Bhagavatam is conversation, conversation between Shukadev Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj, and this was told by Sutta Goswami to Shaunakadi Rishigan, and this was done at Naimisharanya. So the context of Bhagavatam is at Naimisharanya. So there is a place in India uh, where all the sages they came together with one purpose to understand, because they saw this Kali Yuga is coming, and then people are observing the behavior of people. All the great sages they become extremely uh, disappointed that how the life is self-centered and how people are having basically so less concentration. They don't have the understanding of dharma. Also their lifespan is so less. So by considering them they came together, and then they were trying to find the solution that what what is that activity which can basically help these people from what is the best for this age of Kali, for the people of age of Kali. And then there they choose their leader. Of course, it's a long story. I will cut it short. So they selected the Suta Goswami as their leader, and then they provide blessings to him, so that may you get all empowerment from Krishna, and may you live long, so that uh, you can able to explain us more in detail about Nama, Guna, Roop, and Leela of Krishna. So then Suta Goswami is telling to all the rishis headed by Shaunakadi. And then he was telling, the conversation between Parikshit and Shukadev Goswami. So if you see in our scriptures, there is always conversation which happened among two people, then that two exalted people, and then that. So that's why the history of the Shastras, it is it's not just 5,000 years or 2,000 years. The history is way beyond millenniums. It goes into the millenniums. So so then in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are different aspect of like there are 12 cantos, 12 parts basically. So today we are going to discuss from the sixth canto, first chapter. So there is a story of Ajamila Brahmana. So I was asked to speak on this story. So Ajamila Brahmana. This happened. So there was a place in India called Kanchajanya, Kancha Kubja, which is also called as Kannoj. So at that place there was a very pure Brahmana. He was living with his parents and his good wife. So and the name of that Brahman was Ajamila. So this Brahman, he was very highly trained, and he was also a sincere sadhak, sincere practitioner, and he has all the Brahmanical qualities. So Brahman is not something who has taken birth in the lineage of Brahman. Brahman means one who possesses the qualities, like as Krishna told in the Gita, that Avayam Sattva Samsiddhim. So there are series of qualities. One who possesses that person is called as Brahman. So it is based on the qualities, not based on the birth. So this Brahman, this Ajamil, he was he was having high sense control, and then he was performing all duties very nicely, remembering the Supreme Lord, performing devotional service. So life was going good, and then one day his father told him that, okay, I want to do the yajna. So for that I need two kinds of grass and some fruits. So please go to the forest and bring it for me. So then he went to forest, and then he collected all the fruits, also two grass like kusha grass, and there was another variety of grass. So after collecting that grass, he was coming down, coming back to his home, and on his way he saw one incident, and that incident changed his entire life. So he saw uh, there is one person who is completely intoxicated, who was from the lower race, like who was not of a very high character, intoxicated, and that person was embracing a prostitute, and then they were embracing each other. Both were intoxicated. Both eyes were rolling here and there, and he happened to saw that. And then he saw that immediately his buddhi triggered. And buddhi means intelligence. His intelligence says, no, this is not appropriate thing, you should not watch this. And then he just left that place and he went home, right? So till now, how many times we have seen this? Like in Amsterdam, like or in for that matter in Eindhoven, everywhere we see this, right? It's not something surprising. But then what happens? So Ajamil has saw that. So yeah, that was a will of providence. He happens to saw that. So that's okay. So but then there was one mistake which he committed, and that mistake was he was continuously thinking of that scene. He was continuously like remembering that, and because of his chintana, which is called as contemplation, so he was continuously contemplating on that scene, and because of that, what happens? He develops intense desire. So this is exactly this cycle, that how a sadhaka, or for that matter how any person falls down. So that is mentioned by Krishna systematically in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter. So it is mentioned that dhyato vishayan punsa sangasteshu vijayate sangat sanjayate kama kamat krodho vijayate. So we will see it one by one. So dhyayate vishayan pumsam. So that means when there is any sense object of enjoyment, when we see that, then the first thing is contemplation on that I want this. Dhyate vishayan punsa. Then so there is a active remembrance. It's not just we see so many things, right? But not all the things get hooked with us, right? But there are specific things which got hooked, and then we start contemplating, and then that way, like we go more and more deeper into that. So this happens exactly this sequence, that when there is a sense object, first there is a contemplation, dhyato vishayan pumsa, and then what happened? Sangasteshu bijayate, then develops a intense desire to have that object. So for example, just take example of any cigarette for that matter. So there is nothing cool in having a cigarette, right? And it's not natural for anyone to smoke cigarette, right? Have you ever seen that child is born and he started smoking cigarette? But when the child is born, he starts eating, right? So eating is natural for everyone, but not smoking, right? But then the person sees the billboards, there are so much of propaganda, so much of advertisement, then he develops desire. Yes, then he starts think over that, and then he start, no, this is something cool, I want to do this. So first is contemplation, then he start associating with that, then he says, okay, let me try once, and then he try to have that experience. So then what happened? So that's the second, is associating with the sense object. Then the third step is sangat sanjayate kama. So when basically we engage in that, when we connect with that sense object, then lust develops, the intense hankering to get that object. So that's lust that develops. And then what happens? If that lust is not fulfilled, then what happens? Anger. Sangat sanjayate kama kamat krodho vijayate. So from lust comes anger. If the lust is not fulfilled, then what happens? then comes krodha, anger comes. So then krodat bhavati sammoha. So then when one person is angry, then what happens? He goes into the delusion. So that means his rational power to have the judgment, proper judgment, is lost. There are so many people who are thinking, like, who laments that because they have done in the in the anger, they have done something really bad thing, and they lament it throughout their life, that I should not have done that. So that's the nature of anger, that in anger you lose your rational thinking, but the origin of anger is lust. So so then what happens, that judgment, the ability to judge, to rational thinking, that goes away. So that's called as a delusion, sammoha. Sammohat smruti vibhrama. So then what happens, after delusion, after making misjudgment, after taking a wrong decision, next step is smruti vibhrama. So smruti bhramsha. So that means you lost your memory. So basically you lost your rational ability, you lost all the previous sanskaras which had, uh, all the memories, that goes away. And then basically you feel addicted to that. So then there is an addiction, because there is no memory which can pull you back. Sruti bhamsha. And then what happens after that? Sruti bhamshat buddhi nasho. And then after that the intelligence is completely get corrupted. So the intelligence who is supposed to control the mind, that intelligence get hooked up with that addiction, and then that's how that person buddhi nasha, loss of intelligence is the last step in the fall down process. Buddhi nashat pranashyati, and then that person falls down. So exactly this same thing happened with the Ajamil. So he developed, because he contemplated, and then he basically eventually brought that prostitute to his home, and then basically he had a good wife, good family. He chased them away, he threw them out of his house, and then he was living with that prostitute. And now to fulfill her needs, to fulfill her tantrums, so first whatever the money he had, he has used, so that she will be always with him, because he got attached and he lost his intelligence. This entire cycle happened with him. And then when he spent all the monies which he has received till now, from his ancestral, as well as whatever he has earned, then to meet the requirements he started stealing, and then he become a robber, dacoit. He become a dacoit from a pure brahman. He become a dacoit by the association of that woman. And then every day, and then he started, so then there is a cycle of sins. So then he started eating animals, and then he started with intoxication, then started gambling. So the source of all his, how he was maintaining his family, so by doing gambling, then meat eating and intoxication, and then by cheating people. So that's how he used to bring money to his home, and he was trying to satisfy, and he was trying to raise his family. So it was completely on the foundation of adharma. So like this, so he was completely falls down from his original situation. So he was completely started living in a degraded family, degraded lifestyle. And like this he lost track of time. And then he had 10 sons, from that lady. And then eventually he the time passes and he becomes 88 years old, like that. So before that, there was one incident happened which was also very significant. So we are, for those who came just now, for them we are discussing a story of Ajamil Brahman from Srimad Bhagavatam. So he was a very pure Brahman, but due to the bad association, he goes into the sinful lifestyle. So then, then one day there were exalted sages. They came to that. They came to the village of Kanyakabja, and then they were asking that where we want to stay at a Brahman who is extremely pure. And then there was some people who were uh, little bit jealous, so they decided, let us make fun of these sages. So they told that, yes, in our village the most pure Brahman is Ajamil. You should go to their house, they will treat you very nicely, and they are extremely pure. So then Ajamil, he had created a nice garden for his wife and children. So these sages, they came and they sit in that garden. And then Ajamil, he came with two animals in his hand. He just killed two deers and then he brought them. And when they saw that, oh, this person is so sinful, like he's bringing the animals and those things. But due to his previous sanskaras, when he saw that, okay, these are great sages, so then Ajamil bows down to them. And these great sages, and then he said that, see, I am currently in this situation. I think you have got a wrong address. This is not a place for you to stay. So then they said, okay, it's fine, but we and at that time the that Ajamil Brahmana's wife, she was pregnant. So then they asked him that, okay, we have just one request for you. You will get a son from her now, so please keep the name of that son as Narayana. And he said, okay, that's fine, I can do that for sure. And then the sages left. So now this is just a small association with the sages, but now that will have a huge impact in the life of Ajamil eventually. So then what happens, because this Narayan, he was very small, so he was this uh, naturally, this Ajamil, he was extremely attached with his child, and he used to always play with him. uh, and then they had a pair, like father 88 years, son 8 years old. So he was constantly thinking of Narayan, and he was always checking whether he has eaten or not, and he used to always play with him. So he got extremely attached with his son Narayan. And then eventually what happens, the inevitable thing happens. So jatasya dhruvo mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. So whoever has taken birth in this life, there are doubt whether they will have good career or not. But there is no, absolutely no doubt that whoever has taken, whether that person will die or not. Whoever has taken birth, it is destined that once their time is up, they have to leave this body, right? So that moment came for Ajamil. So then, in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a detailed explanation, because he lead a very sinful life. So for people who are very sinful, for them, the messenger of God, Yamraj, the messenger of death, Yamraj, their servants, they came. So they are also known as Yamadutas. So three Yamadutas, they came to take the soul of this Ajamil. So as soon as Ajamil saw them, he become extremely fearful, because these Yamadutas, they are so fearful that they have red eyes, uh, extremely fearful that. And generally what happens, one who is very sinful person, just by looking at them, that person passes his urine and stool. So they are so fearful. Like, if you combine all the horror movies of this world till today and combine all the fearful characters, still it is no match with the Yamadutas. So they are so fearful. And then these Yamadutas, they started, uh, they put Yamapash on him, on the Ajamil, and they started pulling his soul, started dragging his soul out of his body, basically. And at that time, this Ajamil, he was in a helpless situation, and he saw his son Narayan. He was playing just in the garden, just nearby him. So, with all his energy, because he was continuously thinking of his son Narayan, so with all his energy, he called out Narayan. So, let us all also call out with sincere heart, Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Yeah. So nothing happened here, but there was a change in situation for Ajamil. Then, as soon as Ajamil recite this name Narayan, then he saw beautiful celestial beings with four-arm forms. Four of those, they came there, and they started chasing away these Yamadutas, and they said, "No, no, please don't touch him." Uh, and they was trying to save him. So these four people who came from the Vaikuntha, they are known as Vishnu Dutas. So they are the servant of Lord Vishnu, and they came. So then there were conversation between Yamadutas and Vishnu Dutas. So then Yamadutas, they said, all of you look extremely effulgent. You are having four hands. Uh, you are wearing the beautiful yellow clothes. Your beauty is unparalleled. You looks like a sinless. So please tell me that why you have come here. We are just doing the duty. Whatever the Yamaraj he has told us, we are just doing his duty. So please allow us to do our duty. So then Vishnudutta asked him that, okay, then based on which criteria you are taking this person? So what is dharma and what is adharma? What are the activities of religion and activities of irreligion? So then they ask. So by hearing that, then Yamaduta started explaining. So they started explaining whatever their master Yamaraj he had told them. So they were saying that a person who do not follow the lifestyle which is mentioned in the Vedas. So like, for that matter, dharma, the principle of religiosity, dharma, is standing on four legs. So there are four legs of dharma. So one leg of dharma is truthfulness, satya. So when we actually do perform gambling, so gambling, the foundation of the gambling is cheating, right? So this pillar of dharma, uh, truthfulness, that 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 pillar is destroyed. So then second pillar of dharma uh, is tapasya, austerity. So this human life which we have received, this life is not given to us to just to have uh, ahar, nidra, bhay and maithun, like eating, mating, sleeping and defending. Because other animals, they also eat, we also eat. They also sleep, we also sleep. they also trying to defend themselves. We are also doing this. So if you see, if you go introspect your life deeply, then whatever the career building we are doing, the main prominent factor behind that is I need to have the security, financial security, right? For that we are putting all the effort. That's why we went to school, and then uh, we got a good degree, we got knowledge about the technologies, other processes. So the ultimate, if you introspect, then this is for defending ourselves. Of course there is a intellectual happiness in that, but the main principle, main driving force is defending ourselves. And and then procreation. So the animals, they also have the social circle, they also have social life, they also live in the community. So if as a human being we also do the same things, then basically our life is not meant for so basically this prakriti, how it works is what. So now let's go a little bit technical. So now whatever is happening in this world, or uh, to us basically, so it's based on the desires which we have cultivated over a period of time. So we have said that without the sanction of God nothing can happen, right? In India there is saying भगवान की इच्छा के बिना एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता. So how it happened? So actually whenever any person is so first it starts with the desire. So then the job of soul is to desire. So when we desire, then there is a super soul, Paramatma, who is actually witness of all our activities. So that person, he basically checks whether this person is capable of fulfilling this desire or not. So for example, if you want to purchase Lamborghini, then you should have at least 8 million euros in your bank account, right? So if you don't have, then there is no point for that desire, right? So that desire cannot be fulfilled immediately, right? So that's how the super soul checks whether this person has that power to facilitate this desire or not. So if that person has that karmic balance, then basically super soul sanctions that action. And then from the soul, then basically it dictates the mind and intelligence, and then mind dictates our senses, and that's how the action is performed. So this is how action happens. So it's all about cultivating the desires. So if we develop pure desires, then eventually our actions will also be purified. So like this, that Ajamil, those Yamudutas, they were saying that this person is sinful. He has violated all the principle of religiosity. So like tapasya. So we are discussing about the tapasya, the second foundation of the dharma. So when we basically take shelter of intoxicant, that time this principle of tapasya that gets break. So that's why one should not consume the intoxicant, because due to intoxicant it basically takes the control of ourselves, and then it drags us towards intoxication, which is for which this human form of body is not conducive. And then third pillar of dharma is purity, character purity. So when a person has extramarital relationship, that time his purity is destroyed. So that's why the scripture recommends that one should lead a pure lifestyle. That's a principle of shuchi. And the fourth one is, what's remaining? Mercy, daya. So this is when we kill the animals just to satisfy our tongue, that time this daya bhavana, this propensity of mercy towards other, that goes away from our heart, because just to satisfy the taste we are killing some animals, and eating them. So these four things are considered as sinful things, and this Ajamil's entire life was centered on these four things. So then, so that's how Yamadutas they were telling Vishnudutas. But then Vishnudutas they started speaking, and then they said, "No, you have done a misjudgment here, because whatever the sinful actions this Ajamil has done, those actions are already nullified, and he has done so much of positive karmas now that." Uh, he is not he's not no longer a sinful person, he is completely purified person. So these Yamadutas they were hearing this for the first time. So then they got bewildered, they said, how it is possible? So then Vishnudutas told that this person, when he was dying, what he was chanting, what he chanted the name of Lord Narayana. So he chanted Narayana, and because of by the potency of the by the name Narayan, although he was referring to his son Narayan, but still this vibration, sound vibration, is so powerful that it has destroyed all his sinful actions. So then basically Yamadutas they just left the scene, because they understood that these people are really powerful, we can't do anything to them. So then Yamadutas they went, and then they went to their master Yamaraj, because till now this has never happened, that there was a misjudgment done on the part of Yamaraj. And these Yamadutas they used to think that, okay, the supreme justice, the supreme authority of the entire world is our master Yamaraj. So they then they inquired that this such scenario happened, please tell us now, how your order, someone has, how can someone has a power to disobey your order? We have never seen such thing happen. And same question actually Parikshit Maharaj also asked to Shukdev Goswami, that till now we have never seen that whatever Yamaraj has dictated, it has never uh, got undone. So how it happened in case of Ajamil, and then what actually the Yamaraj told to his servant. So then Shukdev Goswami started explaining that in the second chapter, that then the so all the Yamadutas they went to Sayyamani, which is the capital of Yama, which is 99 miles, 99,000 yojana from the Earth planet. So then these Yamadutas they went there, and then they started discussing to Yamaraj, and then Yamaraj become happy. He said, for the first time, I am so happy that you guys you have chanted the name of Narayan. You are I'm hearing in this Yamaloka the word Narayan, so I'm extremely happy. And then then Yamaraj he told that actually not only me, but for the all devatas, we are receiving all our energy, all the powers from the Supreme Lord Hari, from Lord Krishna. And then he instructed them in the process of devotional service. So there was a first Bhagavatam class happened in Yamalok at that time. So till that time there was no Bhagavatam class. There just used to be the court cases and judgment. There it was not that court case used to be pending for a long time. Immediate justice was served, because there are 12 cameras which Yamraj has put on all of us. So we don't think that maybe you can agree that argue that, okay, I do some sinful activities but no one will watch that, right? Or I'm not getting then general question which people has is, there are so many sinful people but they look so happy, they are having all the wealth, they are enjoying their life, how it is possible? So it is said that so just to give you the example, it sometimes if there is some robbery is happening, rarely it is the case that police red-handedly caught the thieves, right? In India, generally police comes after the robbery is done, and in Netherlands they don't come only. So like that. So if someone is caught red-handed, then there is, so what police they do, so first they, like at least in India, I have seen that police they first beat those thieves first there, and then they are taken to the court. So beating them is just immediate justice. So but that's not the actual punishment, that is just a trailer, right? So in this life, whatever things are happening, that so there are different types of karma. So one is instant karma, that you get instant reaction, but sometimes the it's not the instant reaction, you get the reaction over a period of time, it's a delayed reaction. So that happens. So whatever activities we are doing, who is watching? Sun is there, sun is watching it. So there are 12 cameras. So first is sun. So then one say, okay, I will do the scene in the night. So in the night there is no sun, but in the night who is there? Moon is there. Okay, someone say that, okay, then I will make scenes on the day of Amavasya, waning moon, when there is no moon in the sky. But then the third person who is watching all our actions is Vayu, the air. So air is a witness of the our activities. So there is no place in this world which is without air, fortunately, because if it is without air we can't survive there. Then fourth one is water, fifth one is the directions, all the 10 directions, they are there. Then fire, uh, then the earth on which we are resting, we operate on this earth planet. And the so like this there are 12, and on top of them, who is there within our heart? Sarvasya chaham rudhi sannivishto matta smutir jnanam aponam cha. So there is a supreme lord who is staying in our heart, in the form of Paramatma, who is present in each and every living entity, and he knows all our history and all our actions. So he is, so why Krishna is called as the Surudam Sarvabhutanam? Because he know what is best for us, and he is the best person, because he is knowing us not only like in this life. Our parent knows what is best for us most of the time, because they have spent the maximum time with us. But there is also limitation, because they are our parents only for this life, right? But as per Gita, the journey of soul is eternal, right? So there are so much of sanskaras which has happened. We have developed so many desire patterns are developed, and based on the desire pattern, different species are created to fulfill all those desires. So then so like this. So this is how then Yamaraj informed about Yamadutas, and then he discussed that why Ajamil was delivered from this imminent death is because he has chanted the holy name of Lord Narayan. So so now in our life, if we compare, our life is also somewhat like Ajamil. So Ajamil means, Aja is the name of Lord Vishnu. Aja is the external potency of Lord Vishnu, which is Maya. And Mil means one who has embraced the Maya. That person is Ajamil. So Ajamil, he has taken shelter of Maya Devi, the external potency of Lord. And because of that, he was going into the sinful lifestyle. But if we take shelter of the holy name, so in the different yugas, different ages, there was a different process to purify ourselves and to achieve the supreme. So it is mentioned krute yata dhyayato vishnu dwapare yajato makhe tretayam paricharyayam kalotad hari kirtanat. So in this age of Kali, the process to purify our heart is chanting the holy name of Lord. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nameva Kevalam. Kalo Nasteva Gatir Anyatha. So this and especially for this age of Kali, this Hare Krishna mantra is prescribed as per Kali Santaran Upanishad. So if we chant this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So if we chant this Hare Krishna mantra, then this mantra is basically non-different from Krishna. So all the potency of God is there in this mantra. And if we chant this Hare Krishna mantra sincerely, then what happens? It purify all our desires. So basically, you might have seen that for sinful, if you do any sinful action, then there is a prayashitta, right? That you do this puja, then this sin get nullified. But then, how long you can do this? And it's like a elephant is taking a bath. So elephant completely cleans himself, and what he does, rolls in the immediately after coming out of the water, it rolls in the mud, right? So similarly, if we don't cut the root of sin, then what will happen? We will keep on doing the sinful actions again and again and again, and the root cause of our suffering is misidentification of ourself with this body, because we feel that I am this body, but it's not the truth. We are actually the spirit soul, and the dharma of spirit soul is savai punsa paro dharmo yato bhaktir adokshaje ahetuki apratiyata yayatma suprasiddhati. So like we know our bodily needs, right? The food for body we know that, but it is like a car and driver. So the food for car is different and the food for driver is different, right? So similarly, this body is like a car, so its food is different, which we are going to have it after the kirtan now. But what is the food for soul, what is the food for our own self? So that food for our own self is yatho bhaktir adokshaje. So when the soul serves the super soul, when we serve the supreme Lord, then only we can experience the happiness. So happiness, everybody is searching for happiness, but happiness is not the product you can purchase. Happiness is a byproduct. It is not the sellable commodity. It is a byproduct. So if you serve the supreme Lord, then what happens? After serving or in the process of serving, you will receive that happiness, because that's the actual need of us. So if we that's called as a yoga. So when we are connected with the supreme Lord, so currently we have forgotten our relationship with the God, and when uh, by the power of holy name, when we take shelter of this mantra, when we chant this mantra, when we recite this sound vibration, then what happens? अतः श्री कृष्ण नामादि न भवेद ग्राह्यम इंद्रिय सेवन मुखे जीवादो स्वयं एव स्फुरत्यदा. So when using our tongue, so we need to use our senses in the service of Krishna, starting with the tongue. So when we use our tongue for reciting the name of God, the name of Krishna, then what happens? It will destroy the propensity of committing sins. So it will not do the patch up work. it will completely cure the disease of this material ignorance, and one will be so all these anarthas, lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, illusion, they will go away from our heart eventually. So basically, by chanting this holy name, we will develop a higher consciousness. And if we develop a higher consciousness, so human life is to develop the higher consciousness, because if we develop animal consciousness, we will be promoted to animal kingdom, because Prakriti, she has given us a very unique form, which is a human life. It's extremely rare, because only in human life we can inquire, we can ask the question, who I am, what is my relationship with God, how I can revive that relationship. So these intelligent energy questions, only human can ask these questions, and human life is meant for this purpose. So for example, if you if you received a diamond, so diamond is extremely precious, right? And then if you use that diamond to broke the almonds, is it a correct use of almond, uh, the diamond? Right? So similarly, this human life is extremely precious, the most precious things, right? Because in this human life we can inquire about, we can develop a higher consciousness, and we can experience the higher dimensions of life by following the path of sadhana, by following the path of devotional service. The entire experience of spirituality we can experience here itself. It is not that we have to die and then we'll go to spiritual world. We can access spiritual world now here itself, if we have the purified consciousness. So if we have the purified consciousness, it doesn't matter what is happening in our life, whether we are sukha dukhe samay krutva labha labho jaya jaya, whether you are in the sorrow or distress, these all are manipulations of mind. Soul has nothing to do with these experiences. So all the experiences which we are having in this world, they are just from mind, they are expression of mind. So, and we are not the mind, we are different from mind, we are the spirit soul, and the nature of spirit soul is to be in union with this, with the super soul Paramatma, to serve Krishna. So if that thing happens, then we experience the happiness which is everlasting, which is eternal. The happiness which is present in this world is temporary, it has expiry date, beginning and end. But the spiritual happiness is ever increasing, and it is fulfilling. So so that's how, and this all thing can happen if just by chanting this Hare Krishna mantra, by taking shelter of the holy name, because name has the potency. Because if you do some sinful, you can do some puja and then you try to nullify that, but then it will not remove the propensity of uh, performing sinful actions. So to remove, to cut that bijam kutam of the sins, that is possible when we take shelter of the holy name. So just imagine Ajamil, he cried out helplessly, but he was not meaning exactly, he was meaning his son. But still he received so much benefit. And this is not the end of the story. The end of story is not this. So what happens then? Basically, he received a second chance, Ajamil. And then once the Yamadutas left, then this Ajamil started contemplating, oh my God, I have done mess in my life. Now I have received a second chance. Let me utilize all my energy and all my activities for the pleasure of Supreme Lord. And then he went to Haridwar, and in Haridwar he basically did he performed devotional service, dedicated spiritual practices, and eventually by committed and regular spiritual practices, basically, then again when his time has come to the end, that time he saw those Vishnuja again, and then they took him to the spiritual world. So this story is very hope giving for all of us, because everybody has committed some sin here or there, right? And then and the more than the sins, it's about the consciousness. We have contaminated our consciousness. So to have that higher consciousness, we need a spiritual practice, and the best spiritual practice for this age of Kali is chanting the holy name. So this Hare Krishna mantra is not something ordinary. It is extremely precious. And how you will know it? If you start reciting it. So for example, it doesn't matter if some person is sick, he take medicine, but he's not a doctor. He don't know what that medicine composition, how much which acid is there, which chemical component. But if he just take the medicine, what happens? He will be cured of disease, right? So similarly, when we start taking when we start chanting, when we start reciting this name of God, then what happens? It purify us. And then for that we need a gathering like this, the gathering of association, because association creates aspiration. So in case of Ajamil, because he got wrong association, his all choices they become wrong. So in the spiritual circle, if you come and hear from Srimad Bhagavatam, hear from the like-minded people, then that will create a aspiration to develop a higher consciousness, right? So that's why satsang is very important. So, and when we go in satsang, what we do is we chant together. So that will purify us. So that's the message from this Ajamil story. If we have any questions, we can take short, or else we can start with the kirtan.